So I don't think so. I think I'm good. I don't have all that much time to stream because I think in about like 2 hours, maybe an hour and some change, Elijah's gonna get off, and then we gotta go to the gym, and then. But hello again. Last I left off, we found out about this ballerina who's running away from home. Um, we got caught up in some shit. Kazuma's apparently dead. I was really hoping that like maybe it was somebody that looked like Kazuma, but Kazuma's dead. We're getting framed for yet another murder. Oh. And oh, and at first Susato didn't believe us, but I think we have Susato on our side. We met Sherlock Holmes, but because of the copyright, his name is Herlock Sholmes. Whatever. But he's a bit goofy. I think last time I said he's growing on me a little bit. I kind of like him. He was like a bit grating in the beginning, but I was like, you know, it is what it is. I don't know. I think he's pretty funny. I'm kind of really invested. I don't know what to think or who this could possibly be. I think the Speckle Band has to be a snake. I don't know if this is this girl's pet snake, but that would mean that it would implicate her as the culprit, and I don't really think so. Because why would somebody running away from home who's like very she was thinking about cutting her whole entire like hair off, like that long ass hair. She was thinking of cutting that off in order to like hide and stuff. And why would you kill anybody in order to like, you know, like that would just put attention onto you. So like I don't really think that she's the culprit. She does she does have a stowaway pet. We're gonna see what that pet is, and we're gonna see what other information we can gain from her, and go from there. Yep, this is the exact room that we were just in, or that we're still in. We haven't left yet. Miss Pavlova's. What happened last night, girl? Please tell me. Did you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night? One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. The man who died, he was a friend of mine. Oh. That's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example. Perhaps people talking? Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps the steam engine exploded. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed that if that happened. Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us? I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I can think about last night was what I had done, and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me. Oh, I see. I mean, makes sense. Why are you running away? You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? I don't know why every time I'm doing this, I'm like yawning like hard as hell, but my bad. Sorry that I'm yawning. The Novovich Ballet? Yes. I'm traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I will start a new life. You wish to forget? A challenging proposition when you have that striking tiara as a reminder. But the tiara is mine. I need it to live. I have no money of my own. The Novovich Ballet gives us only a little food and water. and we must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes, and the crew of this ship, they have all been kind to me. They let me come aboard, and they said I could hide in this cabin. If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most intriguing conundrum. Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo? Me? Oh, well, yes, of course. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. So what conundrum, I'm not sure, but... Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. However, the SS Burial stopped by no port last night. Oh, that's it, of course. So how is it, pray, that you continue to be aboard? That you come to be aboard? Now that I think about it, the crewmen outside this cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard. That is not your business. Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something. An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage. Sorry, what was that? It is how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances. And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens because I am an angel. Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid. Mr. Sholmes once said, I never can resist a touch of the dramatic. It seems Miss Pavlova is the same. A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, in fact. Yes, Mr. Showy. Anyway, it doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what really happened. So the friend you mentioned inside your traveling case... So the friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case, is that right? I don't think animals are allowed on board, according to the rules of passage. Oh, please, don't tell. Don't tell any of the crew. If they found my precious... Then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. Ah! So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes. But what sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? It is, isn't it? Mm-mm. Maybe an adorable little rabbit? Mm-mm. Ha! You credit Russia as a land with small rabbits, do you? Oh, don't they have small rabbits there, then? You may well ask. You may well ask. I have no idea. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerinas' friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken. Really? Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs, and when the adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance. So you'd eat your friends? I'll remember that. Mm-mm. A rooster or a chicken will give her away if he's trying to say, like, what did he say? A rousing wake-up call. That would alert the fucking people and have her thrown off board. So no. Well, would it appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded... It would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret to not be revealed. It's not funny. She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I should like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it. Oh wait, I'd have to get out of this and then present. This is the diary of my friend who passed away. His diary? Yes, and he wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. And then a few moments later, 1:35 a.m., what looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? I don't understand. It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentioned joins to this cabin, you see. It's up there on the wall. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. Oh! Miss Pavlova? Has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps? No. I don't know anything. Oh. She's not gonna... Oh. Uh-oh. Excuse me, Mr. Rolat. Yeah, damn, she put that shit back on fast. Yes, what? Wow, she's fast. Captain would like to speak to you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once, please. All right, I will come now. What? You must leave. Now. Oh no, it's fine. Don't mind us. Yes, please, don't worry yourself, Mr. Warlock. Get out! The passenger said get out, or you want me to throw you out. It looks like we'll have to leave investigating this cabin until later. What a pity. And so we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. Well, ain't that bad a fucking bitch. We don't even know what time it is? I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. I wish we'd managed to find some clue as to what this speckled bear might be. We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine that we won't be able to for a while longer. We'll never get past that sailor guarding the door. He's clearly glaring at us, as if to say, don't even think about it. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? Oh, yes, he's completely disappeared. When did he do that? He slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring that these were securely back on my wrist. Then what the fuck can we do now? Yes, I'm sure that's the ship's log. Shall we have a little look through it? The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been... We did this already. Last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably that means there was nothing to report. That's bullshit. I already looked at that. Looked at that. That door leads to the second class area. And he's gonna talk about it. I can't open it. No, well, that stands to reason. No one wants to let the murderer escape. Ah, she gave me a very stern look when she said that. I really wish we'd had a chance to look around in Miss Pavlova's cabin. What? Why you look like that? You want something? Maybe. You want me to throw you out again, Oh, no. Definitely not that. Next time I have to throw you out, I show you what lobsters spend the winter. Understand? I understand. Maybe I should steer clear of him until he's forgotten my face. I don't think he'll ever forget your face, Naruhodo-san. First class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin. Not our cabin, it's Kazuma-sama's. Sorry? Oh! Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin. You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling home. Anyway, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga has managed to uncover any new clues. Yes, we should probably find him and ask. That would be a good idea, huh? Oh my god, wait, so where the fuck is he? Can we go in? Hello? Yeah, we need to go in. Can we go in? What? There's literally nothing else I can do out here. What else can I do? Am I stuck? Oh, I have to, okay. My dumb ass. My bad. My ass is just stupid. It looks like they're still investigating in here. Yes, on that subject. I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed. What do you mean unscathed? Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruhodo-san? Don't you remember he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd laid his life on the line for you. Oh, yes. But I'm sure he was exaggerating. Let's see what he has to say for himself. He might have some new information of us. You never know. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Good. Oh, damn. They beat his ass. Inspector, what happened to you? Your face is... Please, don't worry about it. They're just scratches. Maybe by a bear. Made by a bear, baby. When I told the captain I'd give him permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fist and then toss me in the water. What? But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing, really. It looks like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to. Well, thanks to your efforts, we know a little about the neighboring cabin. Yes, so I understand. Oh! I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Erlock Sholmes. I don't think he was German, though. Ah, that explains it. Shall we compare notes, then? We can tell you what we found out. Yes, let's do it. Oh my god. What? Nikolina Pavlova? She's in the cabin next door? Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know what graceful angel... Oh, so he's a fan of ballet. Oops, I think I upset him there. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case, at least. Oh, how? Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Oops, no, I definitely upset him. Inspector, has your investigation here proved fruitful? If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. Oh, I see. Ah, there is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. Oh, what? Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please. What is this new information that you have? It's this. The Bureau's medical officer has finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain the report. Oh, Cosmo's post-mortem report. Cosmo-sama. So, what was the cause of death? Damage to this cervical vertebrae is what is written on the report. His back? His neck was broken? Oh, his neck! Yes, it would seem so. There are no obvious wounds or other signs of injury, so at first, I think they were considering poison. But it turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all. Well, what weapon was used then? Nothing has been found as yet, but the fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object, something that wouldn't leave a mark. Is it that fucking statue? All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It is a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left. Poor Cosmo. I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it. Really? Are you sure? Yes, it's fine. I trust you. Oh. After all, if I didn't trust you... I'd never have agreed to you leaving the cabin in the first place, would I? Ah. Add it to the court record.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes was here, was he?
Yes, he seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything at all? Actually, now that you mention it, yes. Just one thing, but he practically shouted it. "It's shoe polish!" was all he said. Shoe polish? I wonder what he meant. That shit on the floor. Because they were saying that it was like brick or something. Yeah.
Oh, perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark, do you think?
Yes, that must be it. But how could Mr. Sholmes know that it's shoe polish? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. What is it, Susato-san?
Well, Kazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue.
Dark tan? A sort of brownish red, then?
Yes, a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him.
Oh, does this mean that this mark was made by the polish on Kazuma's shoes as they scuffed on the floor? That's really all I can tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head. Yeah, that might be for the best. Thank you.
Poor Inspector. You look exhausted.
Oh, no. Well, I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asogi-san. He was my responsibility. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. The truth is, I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke this morning. A heavy head? That's interesting. My head's still throbbing too. Are y'all like seasick or something? You! Where did you go?
Oh, sorry, I just went to the next door cabin to investigate.
Why? Who gave you permission for this?
Oh, well, Seaman Hosanaga did.
That new Japanese, was it? Later, I will roll him into a ball and throw him in cold room.
He's gone back to guarding the door. I hope Inspector Hosanaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account.
He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a stick at La Carnival.
That could be a very long time from now, Naruhodo-san.
All the books provided for the passengers occupying this cabin we arranged. They were all over the place when we first looked around.
Oh, they were all over the place when we first looked around.
Oh, yes. You tidied them up, didn't you?
You have to look after the ship's property. Unruly behavior in the cabin leads to damage.
But it really wasn't me who knocked them over.
Well, anyway, I feel much better now that they're neatly lined up. I can't relax when things are untidy.
This is where Kazuma spent his final moments writing his diary.
I can hear a faint whistling sound. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
Looking at his writing here on this page, it's almost impossible to believe that he's gone.
Kazuma-sama left us a valuable clue in these words. I'm sure of it. We have to solve this mystery, Naruhodo-san.
We will. So it's clear that these letters were written with the ink that was somehow spilt on the floor. And they spell the Russian word for wardrobe.
It does seem to be an unambiguous pointer to you, Naruhodo-san, as you were sleeping in there.
But to be truly unambiguous, it should have been spelt out my name, don't you think?
Well, either way, one fact remains. It's hard to imagine that Kazuma-sama would have written his last words, or word, in Russian.
Which begs the question of who did write it. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Buria.
Passengers must not keep weapons or dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden.
So by bringing her pet on board, Miss Pavlova has broken the rules.
She called it her friend, didn't she?
Yes, although we don't know what form of this friend takes.
I'm almost certain that whatever it is, it's inside the traveling case in her cabin.
A friend. There's more to this than it seems, I think. So this ventilator joins Miss Pavlova's cabin.
Yes, that's right.
And just a few minutes before he died, Kazuma saw something emerging from it. I'm gonna... the speckled band, as he described it.
If only Miss Pavlova had been able to shed some light on it, but she seems as baffled as we are.
Yes, I wonder if she's still telling us everything, though.
I'm not sure.
I know most people aboard would say the same about me, but there was something about that woman that didn't sit right with me. I don't know if there's anything else I can look over. Other than this. It really is such a beautiful color,
This glass.
It looks like whatever it was just broke. Oh my god. It was broken clean in two. The other half is just laying here.
And there's the brick-colored mark.
Which is shoe polish, according to that great detective you seem to know all about.
I suppose it must be from Kazuma-sama's shoes.
Maybe, but what I'd like to know is, how can the detective be so sure that it's shoe polish and not something else?
Because he's a great detective, of course.
That's hardly a reason, is it? Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else. We talked to him, we looked at that, we looked at that, we looked at that, looked at that, looked at this, looked at that. So we can't converse with everyone. Okay, so there's really nothing else that I can glean from that. Is there anything else I can say to you? No.
Look, Naruhodo-san. Seaman Stroganoff is gone.
Strong enough?
The birdie Russian shoulder who's always crossing his arms.
Okay, that is a little too fast. But, like, when you put it on the half speed, it feels like it waits a little too long sometimes. I don't know. All these Russian names are almost impossible to remember. Tra-la-la. Oh. Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing. Who is singing? I needed water bad.
This caroling, I know that lark-like voice.
Oh, never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us.
Yes, you're right. We must seize it. Let's go inside Miss Pavlova's cabin while we can and investigate.
Definitely, before that stringy knot crewman comes back.
It's Stroganoff, not Stringy Knot.
Who was singing?
Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes, look.
Wow, you never know where he's going to turn up next, do you?
He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself.
He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us?
Or he's simply in extremely high spirits.
Excuse me. Mr. Sholmes! Oh, shit! What is it? You want to fight? Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing, and I was just about to reach the climactic finish! Sorry, I thought you were never going to stop, so I figured now is a good time as any. I nearly dropped you to the floor with one of my famous right hooks! Alright, I get the picture. Now, could you put those fists away? Yeah, stop doing all that fucking butterfly dancing monkey shit in my face.
Mr. Sholmes, you seem to be examining something before we interrupted you.
Ah, yes, that.
I was immersed in study of the ship's log, as penned by the stockily built crewman who's usually on guard here. Oh yes, the ship's log.
And did you find out anything useful from it?
Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. Which means that there was nothing to report. Nothing of note happened, so...
Oh! You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it.
Sorry? Your logic, my boy, is inverted. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
Observe the other pages, and all shall become clear. It would seem the same crewman offstands sentry in the first-class passageway, and he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes?
Nothing to report.
Precisely. Put simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when there's just that. And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report.
Do you mean?
Yes. There were circumstances afoot last night, which led to the seaman being absent from his post.
What kind of circumstances? What happened?
That remains a mystery for now.
but we can be sure something significant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribbling nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log into your mental file. Okay. Now that deduction was worthy of a great detective. Ah, so you're starting to understand what my way is. I see. What makes Sholmes brilliant. Uh, oh, ouch. What is it? Are you hurt? Oh, don't worry yourself. I seem to be afflicted with some throbbing head this morning for some reason, nothing more. It's all the dudes. Pavlova doesn't seem to be hurt. Susato doesn't seem to be hurt. Hosonaga, Ryunosuke, and even Sholmes now has said something about their head. Is it something that they ate? Well, my friends, until our next encounter. He's still singing to himself. I can hear it as he wanders off down the passageway. There's something wrong, Sato-san. You seem lost in thought. It's just... well, I feel the same. Sorry? Ever since I woke this morning, I've had something of a... Oh, okay, so now she's saying something. A sort of continuous throbbing. Oh, you too? I wonder what that's about. Miss Pavlova's cabin. This could be our chance. What? The burly sailor doesn't appear to be around at the moment. We could investigate every last inch of that cabin. I'm not sure if we could go that far, but we could certainly do with looking around more. I'm sure we could learn something. Oh, yeah, okay, we could, okay, sorry, I have to hit move. Oh, Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Susato-san, oh, where's she gone? Where's she gone? Hey, what are you doing? Those are her private things. There's not a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can. I suppose you're right. For Kazuma-sama's sake. Not just for Kazuma-sama. What do you mean? Can't be long now until we arrive at port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Really? We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san. By ourselves if we have to. Yes, we will. She's starting to believe in me. Alright, let's look at this desk. There are just a few books on the desk, nothing else, by the looks of it. Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She's hardly occupied this cabin for any time at all. That's true, but it said that we didn't stop at any ports last night, though. I wonder what kind of books she likes to read. Let me see. Yes, I see. It would seem that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading. Books written in Russian. Thanks, I think I probably already knew that. It's rude to ask too much of people, Naruhodo-san. Kindly remember that. Oh, this is open. Oh my! Miss Pavlova's case is open. It's completely empty inside, but according to the great detective's great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in there. Yes, a friend that she had to keep secret. Because you're not allowed to bring animals aboard the SS Beardia. I wonder what kind of animal she had in there. And more to the point, where is it now? What is that? I suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Shall we have a little look and see what's been thrown away? Naruhodo-san, it's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know. Ugh, those eyes. She's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish now. However, these are special circumstances, I think. Exactly. We have no choice. There's hardly anything in here at all. Oh, well, that's a little disappointing. What's this dish on the ground? I wonder what this little saucer is doing on the floor. Yes, it doesn't look like it's been dropped. More like it was put there deliberately. Do you think there could be a leak on the roof just above here? What? A leak? Is the ship quite safe? I'm sure that even if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is going to sink. No, you're right. Of course you're right. She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she? I mean, I would be too. If I put that thought in my head, it's probably going to take me a little while to convince myself otherwise. It would seem this teapot is empty. So the natural conclusion is that the Russians are a very thirsty people. Or because Miss Pavlova only came into this cabin last night, she hasn't had the chance to make any tea yet? I mean, it could be either. It's definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I lay 1,000 to 1 on it. You're rather obstinate, aren't you, Naruhodo-san? All the books are toppled over together. Look, every single one. Do you think that's the god of the sea, perhaps? He's toppled too, though. It's exactly the same as the bookcase next door, in Kazuma's cabin. Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookcase? I don't know. Would she really be practicing ballet on the same night she ran away from her ballet company? Alright then. It must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage. Not everything bad that happens on the ship is because of me, you know. Well, anyway, I'll set them all straight again in here too. I don't like seeing things in disarray. I should have took a picture of that. Naruhodo-san, are you there? Sorry, I'm right here, yes, why? Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see, you know. Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend how to get there, but no such luck. There's one of these next to the bed in Cosmo's cabin, too. Yes, it's a bell cord. I can't resist. Oh, and she pulled it. She barely hesitated there, and she gave it a good tug, too. No one's gonna come now. No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come. We don't want them to. We're trying to investigate in secret. So this ventilator connects to Cosmo's cabin next door. Yes, although what a fool a shipbuilder must be to open up a ventilator into another room. Maybe It's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm. Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. That is a possibility. Anyway. Last night, Cosmo wrote that he saw a speckled band coming from out of this ventilator. What is that?
Ooh, somebody pull that alarm. Shut down the engines immediately. Vessel sighted a quarter-mile fore. Full stop, hard to starboard. All hands brace for impact. What the?
I think we're about to crash into another ship. What?
Oh,
I can't stand.
Susato-san, hold on to me. Oh my god.
Susato-san, are you alright? Are you injured at all? I think I'm fine. Thank you, Naruto-san.
Shit.
It looks like we avoided a collision. I think.
Yes, the ship has come to a stop.
My goodness, what about you, Naruto-san? Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine. Hello, is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance.
Oh, that sounds like Inspector Hosonaga.
Is that you in there, Naruto-san? Unbolt the door, quickly.
What? The bolt?
Look at that.
The door's bolted. Did you do that, Susato-san? No, I didn't touch it.
Oh, that's strange. How did...
And look at all the books. They're just like they were before again.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know if I mentioned it last stream, but if it was like a locked room mystery and like, you know, there was no way in or out, maybe the person who killed Cosmo didn't even lock the door. They like, maybe like the gravity of the ship like had the lock like slide that way.
I'd better tidy this place up first. Our violent emergency stop had solved one mystery at least, in a very vivid way. But I knew that what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant. I hurried around tidying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart.
Damn, that was... Why is that to be continued already? That was like 10-15 minutes.
Somehow, the door to the cabin we were in ended up bolted after we made an emergency stop. Susato-san took a deep breath and then gently slid back the bolt.
Hey, yo! You! What are you doing in Miss Pavlova's quarters?
You both look unhurt. Good. Yes, we're fine, thank you. What on earth happened? We heard something about how we were going to collide with another ship? Yes, it appears to have been a false report, though. Oh, how did that happen? There's a dense fog outside, so it's extremely difficult to see. Someone must have thought he saw a ship ahead. The person obviously triggered the alarm, and that's why we made an emergency stop.
Everything is chaos. Passengers are screaming. Crew are running everywhere.
The first class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment. Oh, I see. Someone triggered the alarm. Does that mean that someone pressed that button outside?
Ah, you wicked intruder, dressed in all black, you are the devil.
Sorry, me? I've been called a lot of things before, but devil is a first.
You opened my traveling case. How could you?
What? No, we didn't touch it.
That's right.
Oh, whoops. She doesn't... Well, she has an accent, but it's not one that I'm doing.
That's right, Miss Pavlova.
It was already open when we came into your cabin.
Inspector?
Yes?
Arrest this man. I know he did it. He is a criminal. Is it not enough that he's killed a man?
Da, and he stole away as well. It Vixen promises not to steal chicken, do you believe? Ugh.
Take him away. He is a trespasser as well as everything else.
Stowing away. Trespassing, killing. She is right. You are devil. It does. What good does it? There is cell below deck. Throw him in. Tomorrow we dock in Hong Kong. Then we give you straight to police. Wait, a cell?
Please, Inspector Hosonaga, is there anything you can do?
This is a Russian vessel. I really have no jurisdiction here. After my last effort to appeal the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options.
This is terrible.
This is a real crisis. I've got to find a solution. Immediately. Oh, wait, huh? Okay. What the fuck is he doing? What are you, what? No, what the fuck are you doing up there? Mr. Sholmes. Naturally, I was analyzing what a weight of 20,000 rubles felt like on one's head. Have I not told you that as a detective, it is my business to know what other people do not? This isn't mere tomfoolery, my boy. Oh, no, no. Well, why were you hanging from that hook before then? Isn't it obvious? To properly assess the weight of 20,000 rubles, naturally. I wish to determine if it would bend that conceited-looking hook on the wall, so full of brag and bounce. I never knew whether to take this man seriously or not. Ah, you again, the great detective. Ah, Inspector. I confess I've been looking for you. I have something to report to you most urgently. Well, you might try looking for me somewhere else other than a hook on the wall next time. What is the report? Speak. An urgent report from a great detective can mean but one thing. Yes, the case of the curious murder that took place last night here on this vessel, the steamship Burial, has been solved. By me, naturally.
What? Really?
Yes, I have eliminated all other possibilities. No other explanations exist. So, allow me to illuminate all your minds. For I am about to reveal my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Ha! You have solved it. Even Hedgehog understands this case. We all knew who was responsible for killing Student Boy this morning. We found criminal in wardrobe. It is the stowaway. And he has handcuffs to prove it. I didn't do it! The trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could have killed the victim, because as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted shut from the inside. That means the culprit must have been someone who was inside the cabin.
Yes, it's what's called a locked room mystery in detective stories.
Da, locked room, that is point.
The room was locked.
Well, I can't deny that. There's no way the bolts could have been drawn across from outside the cabin.
You are all quite mistaken. The cabin next door is not a so-called locked room at all.
What?
Oh yes, there is another entrance. An entrance used last night by the culprit in order to gain access to the cabin despite the bolted door.
What other entrance? We've never discovered one.
Why, it gapes open mouth at you even as we speak.
The ventilator, man. The ventilator. You think this is funny? I cannot even put my arm through that hole. Well, that's because your arms are as thick as tree trunks. You're like literally huge. You're massive, dude. You're suggesting that the culprit entered and left the victim's cabin through that tiny opening? It's not possible. Oh, but it is. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in the act of passing through the ventilator. Mr. Sholmes, do you mean... Are you referring to the words Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary? I can hear a faint whistling sound. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Precisely, my dear madam. But what does it mean? What is the speckled band? The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? There is a distinct element of danger, but fear not, I am ready. What I am about to expose for you all to see will shock you to your cores. Behold! Oh, what the... Oh, yep, I knew it. I told you. I mean, it was pretty obvious. They basically said it in the intro to this chapter, but... Ugh. Allow me to introduce you all to the band, the Speckled Band. A snake? Indubitably. Oh. Mr. Sholmes, just one thing. Pray, what troubles you? Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? It's more like stripy, wouldn't you say? Oh, yeah, that's true. Yes, you're right. I think in this case, you'd have to call it the striped band, wouldn't you? You both see and observe with distinction, however. Do you not think that is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall? Oh my goodness, really? It's a trap? How, exactly? I think perhaps it is time that I explain the intricacies of my train of thought. Are you ready, Miss Pavlova? I'm sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. There are two conclusions that I have drawn from the facts. Number one, last night your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. And number two, that same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life. No! She's turned white as a bowl of rice again. Sholmes must be right. He's hit a nail on the head. This young woman's friend killed Mr. Asogi? I can't hear you. Looks like he can't speak with that snake coiled around his head. I would advise as little movement as possible, Seaman. You wouldn't want the fangs of that long friend in your neck. So everyone, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Oh, we're gonna have to fix this motherfucker's deductions again. Intruder's identity. Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. Oh! And it's that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to this victim's death. So, we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that pretentious night? Why, naturally, it was the friend in which you boarded the vessel with you, was it not? Ah, as I suspected, another telltale glance. Without doubt, your friend is the riding serpent which we see before us. And yet, the fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band, whereas, regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we then give, pray? What was this sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? What was that?
No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this.
Oh, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back. What is that, like a rope or... You're trying, but failing to conceal can only be the snake's soft skin. Evidently, after this subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly friend of yours shed its original skin, no?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Last night, through the ventilator visible in this cabin, your then speckled friend slithered next door. Using the bell cord on the other side as a bridge, the serpent silently descended into the victim's quarters. In the dim lit light, it appeared as the young gentleman who was about to lose his life at the speckled band. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a rare breed of snake whose markings change each time it's lost its skin. A snake so dreadful, we can only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India. This is about to be all wrong, because he's about to try to say poison. But from what I can see, that snake doesn't have fangs, and also there is no traces of poison in Cosmo's system. Or venom. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life, and why? According to the data of which I have apprised, it would appear that there was no visible signs of injury. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. Now, if we take this as a fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime.
Oh no, could there be?
Yes, an examination of the deceased body will prove the cause of death. The almost but not quite imperceptible puncture wounds left on the victim's fangs. It's the vestiges of a snake bite delivered by your terrifying friend.
This makes no sense.
There's no point in feigning ignorance, Miss Pavlova. After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding places you choose. That leads you to the victim's death in that traveling case. When we first met in this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. Your serpent assassin was relentless inside, no doubt. Or restless inside, no doubt.
You don't...
It is telling that the victim made note of the whistling sound. That was your signal, was it not? The sound you had used to train your serpent friend. To train? Oh. Indeed, you put the serpent through this ventilator and waited after you summoned it back with a whistle. You couldn't know if the animal had done its duty, so you would listen for the signs of life next door. If the victim appeared to not have been dispatched, do you deny this snake has undergone such training? It's not true. It's not true. Having slithered through the ventilator and down the bell cord, the creature needed to sink only his fangs in once. And his venom would course through the victim's veins, ending its existence forever. That is the true nature of the speckled band that took the poor young man's life. There can be no doubt my logic is infallible. Okay, bucko. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction. There on the floor you will observe a saucer of milk. The promise of food is the key to training any creature. Incredible. You solved the mystery. Amazing. Your great deduction really lives up to its name. I see now why Herlock Sholmes has become such a household name. My dear man. It was nothing remarkable, as the Russians say. I could have done it with one left hand. Could I venture an opinion, Mr. Sholmes? But of course, what's on your mind? It's just about your deductions before. Some things don't quite make sense to me. I welcome questions as to my method, and I will answer both loudly and proudly. Oh, well, good. First of all, snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of the reptile family. You are well informed, madam. And reptiles, don't drink milk. It's really only mammals that like to drink milk, you see. So, I'm not sure it would be possible to train a snake using milk as a reward. No matter. No doubt Miss Pavlova used some other treat to encourage her pet to do the bidding. Milk was merely an example, the logic knows. Well, there is something else. Snakes have no ears. Yes, so I'm not sure it would be really possible to signal a snake by whistling. But madam, what are the tales from Arabia? Have you not heard of the snakes that dance to the sounds of a flute? I think perhaps the performers played their music in time with the snake's natural movements. Oh, I see. These creatures are so inept so inept as to practically be useless. There is one other thing. You have more? Snakes use the scales on their bellies to propel themselves. So, I'm not really sure that a snake can manage to climb a flat bell cord like the ones here. Then you should try harder. Please don't be angry with me, Mr. Sholmes. The point is, even if the snake had gone through the ventilator to the next door cabin, it couldn't have come back without help. What I'm trying to say... is that there are a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine the snake could have been a part in this. I think we need to step in and help again, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh no, you don't mean...
Yes, we need to modify Mr. Sholmes' latest deductions.
I had a feeling that was coming. Alright, let's give it a try. Just what I was waiting for, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, right. Oh my god. What? Oh, he took off my shackles. You've done it again.
Your handcuffs are gone.
Where did they go? Fear not. I shall see that they're restored after our work is done. I really wish you'd just leave them off. Now, everyone, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular.
She does have a pained expression on her face. Yes, that's true. She looks as though Cosmo-sama's death is weighing on her mind, heavily on her mind.
But you're not sure Mr. Sholmes has read her quite correctly, is that it?
Could there be some other way to interpret her expression then? Let's take a moment and really look very close with our eyes. And really look very closely at Miss Pavlova.
It looks like her wrist.
I expect that's what is called an earring. It's a little piece of jewelry.
An earring, is it? It really is tiny.
Perhaps this part of it is missing. Maybe it broke off. So now all that's left is the clasp part that attaches to the ear.
If that's the case, she doesn't appear to have noticed that it's broken. Oh.
Oh, Naruhodo-san, look. That looks like a very painful wound. Looks like scratched by some sort of small animal.
And fairly recently, too.
Well, whatever scratched her doesn't appear to be around here.
Yes!
Yes, when you recall those horrid events, that claw scratch marks my pain. Indeed, and simple observation reveals that the wound is fresh.
Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch sometime last night? Ah! When I think about the young man who died next door, I feel so sad. And when I am sad, the pain from this wound is worse. The pain from this wound is worse. And it's at that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So yes, what was the nature of this murder that stole into the victim's cabin on that pretentious night? Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded the vessel, is it not? I think right here I'm going to save. I really hate to stop, but I think I need to take a little nap before Elijah gets back, and plus I only really had like 10 more minutes anyways. Thank you for whoever came out to look at the stream. I know I didn't really announce it that much, but it's because I really didn't have that much time, so maybe since this one is a little shorter, I think one of my shortest ones, you could probably just watch like the playback, maybe have YouTube sum it up for you. I really am sorry. I do want to keep going, but I don't want to fall asleep on camera. So I appreciate it, and I'll be back soon in the next coming days to keep going. Yeah, this was only like an hour, not even like an hour 30. This was like an hour 21. So sorry about that. I should have just came better prepared, but I did want to get a little bit further. Thanks to whoever watches during the live stream or the playback. You're much appreciated. I love you a lot.